Restore your health, be renewed. You gotta take control to see a breakthrough. You're only one step away from a life made better. A life made better. A life made better.
Greetings to our dedicated listeners of the Restore Your Health podcast. I'm your host, Laronda, and this week we'll discuss how to utilize organic foods and help to naturally heal the body. We'll also talk about how to create residual income using varying financial tools and resources. Healthy living should be a daily regimen. And here on the podcast, we discuss alternative holistic ways to maintain good overall health and wellness. You will learn how to boost your immune system, build a healthy lifestyle, and live according to biblical principles pertaining to food. Before we get started, let me start by stating that all content shared on the show is for educational and informational purposes only, not meant to diagnose, cure, treat, or prevent any disease. I like to start with a little inspiration. This comes from the quote, "Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you've imagined," by David Thoneau. This quote reminds us to take our time seriously and start living the life we've always dreamed of. Remember, before anything were created, it first started with a dream. So get out there and do what you know you were created to do. I hope this inspired and encouraged you to be the best person now. Today is your new beginning. Let us open with discussing how to naturally heal the body by eating organic grown foods and how they play a vital role in assisting the human body with combating illnesses. The primary thing to know is what benefits you will get by consuming certain foods. Did you know that there were over 1,000 different types of medicinal foods created for the purpose of helping the human body fight viruses and illnesses? I'm talking about medicines in your cabinet, that's right, and in your fridge that you may not be aware of right now. That could drastically reduce your risk of getting ill and boost your immune system. In my opinion, everyone should be getting vitamin D, vitamin C, and vitamin B12 in their bodies, either through your natural supplements, medicinal herbs, or organically grown foods. Furthermore, most people are not aware of some of these potential harmful additives in their foods. So it's a good practice to make sure that you know what you're eating before you consume it. For example, instead of using lots of processed sugars causing inflammation, high blood pressure, weight gain, diabetes, stroke, heart conditions, and fatty liver disease, for instance, you can substitute processed sugar for a natural maple syrup, pure honey, and even pure cane sugar without any additives for longer shelf life. Yes, you can use these substitutes for a more natural version of sugar. And of course, you can get this that you eat. And you would shop specifically for these items in hopes of replacing them with the unhealthy ones. So you're going to be looking for those foods, okay, and looking for those sugars that are healthier. Okay, the ones that are natural, like your honey, your pure honey. Make sure that you're getting organic honey when you purchase your honey. Maple syrup is also good. And then, of course, there's the pure cane sugar. It's a brown sugar. It's a pure cane brown sugar. And it doesn't have those additives, so it doesn't last as longer as the other sugars does. If I'm not mistaken, I believe this one usually expires within maybe like a week or so. So when you see that, you know that that's the pure cane sugar. Okay, so you can do those by replacing those for the unhealthy ones. Research shows that there's a scientific consensus that one of the most common types of sugar, fructose, can be toxic to the liver, just like alcohol. Wow, I don't know about you, but that's just amazing to know. Okay, that sugar has the same effect as alcohol. Therefore, it is best to stay clear of processed sugars altogether. Okay, you don't want to purchase these in the store. You want to make sure that you're getting these substitutes in place of these processed sugars. It's been proven that sugar is addictive and when consumed in excess can cause potential sugar triggers of insulin production. It can cause depletion of minerals in the body and endogenous antioxidants like glutathione. Yes, so make sure that you are not purchasing the wrong sugars or the wrong sugar substitutes when you do purchase. Also, did you know that in the early 1800s, sugar was a natural delicacy, restricted to tropical locals and islands where the name sugar cane originated and also was grown. And since sugar has progressively moved into a larger number of foods, today we are familiar with food manufacturers who manipulate sugar to maintain its flavor and texture when they produce the so-called low-fat and non-fat sugar products. Like that fancy drink from the store or coffee shop that you love probably contains more sugar than you are aware of, and other food condiments like dressings. In addition, there are more than 60 different types of sugars used in foods today that can be dangerous to your overall health. Americans eat over 126 grams of sugar a day, and children even more, an alarming count that could potentially be the root cause of some health conditions like diabetes, stroke, infertility, and epithelial cell cancer. Knowing your daily sugar intake is important to maintain good health. Furthermore, due to sugar's ability to elevate insulin levels and trigger hormones that increase hunger and heighten the ability of your sweet taste, it's a good practice to maintain a low daily sugar intake and boost your body's immune system through natural means. Secondly, you should be eating at least 3 to 4 servings of green leafy vegetables a week, like your spinach, cucumbers, arugula, and kale, to help build your immune system and promote healthy digestion, in which we will discuss in this podcast. One of the things I like to do is to put these in my morning smoothies and salads to ensure that I'm getting my daily portions. This can be easily attained by grabbing a handful of kale or a handful of spinach and arugula and then throwing that into your smoothies in the morning. Our food acts like a medicine, and because it breaks down in the human body in minerals and vitamin form, it's important to make sure that we are getting our daily dose and that these minerals that are being formed in the body are being transported into the blood and organ to do the work it was created to do, and that is keep our bodies healthy. And while we think foods are put here for taste, they're meant to help rejuvenate and replenish the body, adding strength and building our immune system to properly function. This is why it's so important to get your daily dose of healthy foods. We talk about this a lot instead of eating lots of junk food. It's so very important that you make sure that you're maintaining your health by eating healthy foods and making sure that you're proportionate, that you're getting the daily dose that you need. Let us discover some of the hidden beauty behind food and what they do and do not do for the human body. Medicinal herbs are also on the list for keeping the body healthy. Research proves that certain herbs and spices have played a role in the healing of the body. Therefore, the more you consume, the better your body can fight disease and potentially harmful bacteria or viruses. I want to discuss some of those today. The list of medicinal herbs everyone should have in their cabinets are turmeric. Turmeric reduces inflammation. Garlic is a natural blood thinner. Okay. Ginger helps to assist with healthy digestion. Onions help to build the immune system. Rosemary helps with healthy hair growth. Sage helps to reduce hypertension in the body. Cayenne pepper is a natural blood thinner, just like garlic. Cinnamon helps to protect from pests, while dandelion helps to build the immune system. Herbs like peppermint and hyssop and beets help to clean the blood. Feverfew reduces the risk of inflammation in the body. Yarrow helps to protect our cells, and black and green tea helps to fight cancer. Our list is quite enormous today. And we're going to continue talking about what these herbs do for the body. Okay, so let's continue on. Celery seeds are rich in iron and helps to produce red blood cells in the body. Parsley is rich in vitamin C and helps to reduce the risk of heart conditions and stroke. Basil helps to block calcium channels. Thyme is an antimicrobial and has antiseptic properties. Cloves fight free radicals and reduce certain cancers. Fenugreek regulates cholesterol levels. And fenugreek, it looks like a little plant. Of course, it's a plant, but it looks like a little shrub, like a shrub plant. Okay, so don't mistake that for a regular shrub because it has medicinal properties in it. Now, slippery elm is another very helpful herb. It helps the bowels to move, so it's good for digestion. And butterbur lessens asthma severity and it protects the heart and brain. Valerian is another amazing herb that helps with menopause, and it also lessens insomnia, anxiety, and depression. Coriander seeds. Now, coriander is another herb that we use. You've used that in, one or two of your dishes when you're cooking, but it also improves kidney function and it promotes healthy digestion. Horseradish is another familiar herb that has been known to have anti-cancer properties. It clears mucus and it boosts circulation in the body. Of course, there's lavender oil. Lavender oil promotes skin health. In addition, are other herbs like dong quai, linden, and allium sativum. Okay, we have oregano, mullein, which is another amazing herb, fennel, grapeseed, red clover, saffron. The list goes on and on. All these herbs that you have in your cabinet that have medicinal properties. You have hawthorn, okay, you have angelica sinensis. You have chamomile, which is a calming agent. Okay, helps to reduce inflammation and it helps to calm the body. It's good for the gut health. Licorice root is another amazing plant, another herb. Ginkgo biloba is good for our immune system. We have quercetin and black pepper, which you probably didn't know, but it's used to enhance brain health and fight cancer. These herbs help with numerous ailments and preventing sickness. These same herbs that you have right now, some of these you have in your cabinets. For example, cinnamon. Cinnamon contains active compounds and acts as a natural blood thinner, while garlic is another natural blood thinner by promoting blood circulation and helps to get rid of effects of DVT. So guys, you see we have some of these common herbs that we have right there in our cabinet that are probably sitting there collecting dust in the containers. You may use them, you may not use them all year round, but it's a good practice to start using these because they have, as you can see, they have many, many benefits to these natural herbs, and most of us already have them in our cabinet. Other foods that may help to thin the blood are kiwi, kale, spinach, red wine, or grape juice. Okay, they help to keep the blood platelets from sticking together and forming clots. So it's very important that you eat healthy, that you eat specific foods that do specific things to benefit your health. In addition, vitamin E. Okay, vitamin E is known to be an effective blood thinner. In case you didn't know it, you can get vitamin D in your food, but if you don't have that, you can get vitamin D in your food, or you can take a vitamin E. You can get vitamin E in your food, or you can take vitamin E as a supplement. It's a natural blood thinner. Okay, so instead of taking a medicine, pop a vitamin E supplement. However, if you are taking one or more of these herbs, do not take vitamin E. Okay, such as if you're already doing like garlic and one or two more of these that help to thin the blood on our list that we talked about today, then you don't want to do the vitamin E supplement. Okay, because you don't want to cause your blood to be too thin. So just make sure that you are taking note of that. And if you add these herbs to your grocery list, you'll have an upper hand on maintaining good overall health. Next, we'll talk about how to create residual income with the help of annuities, a good budget, and widening your stock portfolio. While annuities and stocks are excellent tools to build health, you can't begin until a budget is formed. I'm so excited to discuss this topic because I too will be utilizing these tools to build generational wealth. There are different types of annuities set in place to help you live a better future and retire comfortably. Let us look at some. Let us look at how it works. For instance, IULs and annuities are a great choice if you're looking to tie cash value to the performance of the stock or bond index without directly investing into the stock market, especially if you're new to learning. It's always best, especially if you're newly learning. It allows us for the flexibility to build cash value and last your entire life. Now, I don't know about you, but that sounds like good news to me. What do you think? Unlike other types of universal policies, an IUL policy places the cash value in sub-accounts that act like a stock index, such as the S&P 500. In addition, IUL policies are an alternative to index accounts. IUL policies provide the flexibility to adjust premiums and the benefits. So if you're considering purchasing an IUL policy, contact us to find out how you can begin the journey into a wealthier and more secure future. It is also good to know the fees, interest rate, and caps and participation associated with IULs to better meet your budget. The best thing about IULs is that you can adjust your budget to how much is affordable to your specific needs and have full control over your financial situation. Furthermore, it is important to know that having life insurance can also secure living benefits, such as paying for college tuition, purchasing a car, paying for monthly living expenses, and housing fund, emergency fund, income needs, or if you become disabled or ill. You can also use those funds for an estate conservation for the purpose of paying estate taxes, retirement, or fund a business. Now, that's a lot of things that life insurance can do. Here are a few more ways to make necessary changes for a healthier financial future. So let's switch up and talk about the FIN number. Everyone should know their FIN number. This is the amount of money you spend annually divided by 4%. This formula serves as a baseline. However, most people should consider adjusting that number to meet their personal situation. To determine, you first want to calculate your annual amount that you spend. So the amount of money that you spend per year. Okay, you got to know down to the dollar how much that is. The sooner you can do this financial exercise, the sooner you'll be on your way to building your financial wealth engines. Now, annuities help us to serve in various ways for the purpose of creating a stream of income. So it's another way of creating income for your family. And you're going to have this income for a few years or even for a lifetime. So it's a good note to know that IULs have a minimum interest rate that always earns regardless of the market performance. Okay. And it may have an interest cap. So just keep that in mind too. These financial tools are meant to serve you by ultimately simplifying your future to live comfortably and make sure your loved ones are financially free and protected. So if you'd like to know more about that, contact us in regards to learning more about building your generational wealth, building your cash values, and let's get educated about how to build generational wealth. We don't talk about this often, and this is something that we should talk about, because along with having a healthy body, we should also have a healthy financial future. These are important for us to live a better life. If you want to live a better life tomorrow, if you want to live a better life a year from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, then you have to set it in place now. We have to create a budget, put these things in our budget, purchase these annuities, these tools, life insurance that will help you later on in life. Okay. That's what they're there for. That's what they're there for. And we're here to learn it, and we're going to learn it together. So if you'd like to know about that, contact me. Okay. I'll show you exactly what you need to do. And remember, I'm doing this too. So we're going to do this together. All right, guys, if you'd like to know more about how the body can naturally heal itself with the help of medicines, plants, herbs, and natural supplements, purchase my book, Live, Sleep, and Eat Well, available on Amazon and other bookstores. The link is in the chat box. You can purchase Live, Sleep, and Eat Well, The Journey to a Healthier You, Restoring Your Health One Day at a Time, on our Kindle edition. Okay. Also, if you like to support us, you can get a complete eating guide you can get when you subscribe to our Patreon page and at the Restore Your Health show with host Laronda Dawson. You may also want to follow us on our YouTube page for updates and events, and Restore Your Health podcast tours, where we focus on healthy eating regimens, taking care of the body, farming, and how to maintain a healthier lifestyle. If you like to support, give a monetary donation. You can give to our Cash App at $Laronda Dawson, or our Patreon page provided in the chat box. Well, guys, that concludes this week's episode of the Restore Your Health podcast. If you like this video, click the subscribe button and share it with a friend. Until next week, have an amazing week, everyone.
Restore your health, be renewed. You gotta take control to see a breakthrough. You're only one step away from a life made better. A life made better. A life made better.